Hey, we're back. We don't always like taking multiple week vacations, but it just seems like every time we get something scheduled, something happens, and we can't make a show. Uh, and actually, this is a no offense to Robert. This is a Plan B show for tonight because the
Yeah.
original show I had scheduled for tonight, one of those people, has come down sick, pretty sick. So we we're not able to have them on tonight. So hopefully we get them rescheduled for next week. We're here very soon. So, but we do have Robert Drawbridge or Robert Garaba. We call him. You don't want to know what I call him, but anyway. we do have Rob Garaba with us, or online through Facebook. Listen to YouTube is Robert Drawbridge. Does a lot of live streaming. He is currently now stopped in south of South Carolina. I'm just going to say, I think he's in Georgia. We won't say for sure where he's at. He's a man of mystery. But he is on his way to Florida. He's on his way to Florida, and he's going to tell us a little bit about that pool and a little bit how 2025 went for live streaming for him. He does a hell of a job with that stuff. One of the best out there doing it. And I'm going to start taking notes. But anyway, we got Kendra and Penelope is with us tonight.
She's sleeping on my feet right now, keeping my feet warm. So,
and we're expecting,
like I told the guys before, if you hear some snoring, that's it. It's not me. So.
And
you want it right now? It's kind of covered.
He's talking. The world's greatest boxer. The world's greatest boxer right here. Oh, he's telling me to hold on.
Okay. That sounds like he's directing children.
Yeah. But I got the world's greatest boxer with some busted up ribs right now, and he was sick, in fact, last week. So
yeah, it wasn't a whole lot of fun. Had a little accident with a skid loader and busted my ribs up. So storm grates make everything stop quick.
Yes.
And it ended up fairly well. I didn't get hurt any worse than that, and I'll heal. And the lesson is wear your seatbelt, even if you have a lap bar. Because if I would have had my seatbelt on, I would have probably saved my ribs. So
just like a pulling tractor, wear your belt.
And got a head cold and got a lot of it sick, and it doesn't work very well when you have to cough when you have busted ribs. So we were doing really wimpy coughs the last while.
You have 3 months to heal now. Make sure you get healed by May.
Should be all right.
Yeah, you should be. Just be careful what you do.
It's an adventure.
Before we get started into Robert's deal here. Kendra, what's that?
Kendra beat me.
Hey, saw Brian.
Oh, I'm not even looking at comments. My bad. Brian Morrison, how you doing? April Puffenbarger, good to see everybody. Again, we apologize. It's kind of my fault. I've been trying to put stuff together, and then I've had a lot of stuff going on here, and every time I turn around, I got to shift reverse and take 4 or 5 steps backwards. But Robert and I should be in Virginia right now, set up, ready to rock and roll, starting tomorrow, filming. It actually would have been today, right? And they'd start Thursday.
No, it starts Thursday, and then you would have done a test stream tonight, because that was the game plan to live stream 3 days over there.
Yeah, the Southern Virginia Winter Classic was actually canceled for this year with the impending weather. That not sure how much snow they got down there, but
they still have about. I just came through there. They still have about 8 or 10 inches on ground, and it's going down to like 11 tonight, I think.
Yeah, and that's another thing is the cold, and I think it would have hurt their crowd. The poolers, you got to understand, poolers don't live right in that area; they're coming from everywhere. And I know here, schools just went back in session this week, and we got a lot of icy spots. A lot of, I don't want to pick on people that run plow trucks, but there's a lot of areas I've seen it could have been plowed a whole lot better before the really bad icing cold temperatures come in, and it didn't get done. And, it hurt a lot of the roadways. But anyway, we've had a lot more snow in the past. And anyway, but unfortunately, Lexington, Virginia was canceled for these guys, and they worked their butts off. A lot of money in advertising and stuff, and I guess they'll try it again next year. So February
Yeah,
is a hard time to have a pool unless you're in Florida.
I know how disappointing it is when you're anticipating all this stuff and you got your act together and everything is working well, and all of a sudden it's a no-go.
Mother
Kendrick can
Nature
vouch.
is cruel sometimes.
Yeah.
Kendrick can vouch. The times we used to go to Gordyville, and you went there, Fort Wayne, Indiana. It snowed. It don't matter. They were pulling. If you paid to enter, you better go out there and pull. And people did, but man, it gets cold out there. And, so
there's nothing else to do out there either. So
true, very true. It didn't hurt.
You're talking about cold. I was here in Ohio, last year, and I tell you what, it was 22 degrees inside the building, and but I had to have the door open for the diesels to go, fumes to get out of there. But I had a frostbite and a couple of tips on my fingers from just touching the screens.
Mm.
Yeah, so
in the house.
It was cold.
So are you gonna buy a heater to put in there, like a little space heater to blow warm air over you while you're filming?
No, it just so that happened is because I didn't have the proper gloves, so I had to cut the tips off. But now I got the gloves now that have those tips on them that you can touch the screens. But I figured out that doesn't work, so I just use one of those stylus things to touch them, and then that's just a whole nother. Where I put it? So I got a string on it now, hanging around. Because every time you do something, when I'm switching between cameras and stuff like that, and I gotta let it go or something.
These are heated. She got them for Christmas for me.
Nice.
My wife Cindy did, and you plug them in. Or power packs. It's just USB plug-in.
Yep.
And they warm your hands, man. These are the premier October Snyder County Championship weekend gloves right here. Because it gets freaking cold and breezy up there, and my hands are always froze. Not anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, you got a cord there, but they're loose. They're not impeding or nothing. They're going to be perfect for them.
You put that stylus around your neck, Robert. Then every time you go to touch it, it pulls you in.
I got 4-foot rope on that.
Got a leash on it.
Yeah,
yep, a leash on it because you have to reach different spots with them. So the phone, the tablet,
It's been cold down in Florida too, but I'm sure it's going to be. It depends on where you're going. Where exactly you're going?
So I'm going to Inverness. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right. Yeah, it's about halfway between Ocala and Tampa. Mm-hmm. So just off of 75 somewhere there.
Yeah, you're right down there where my mother-in-law is.
Yeah, so I used to live in Tampa, so I know the stomping grounds. I used to live there back in the 80s, late 80s.
Yeah. Yep.
So,
yeah, it's been. I know one day last week, Cindy was conversing back and forth text to her. And she goes, I got the air conditioning on. It's 84 degrees there. And we're like, it was like freaking 10 degrees here, when she told us that.
All right. Right now, it's supposed to be 65 and 60 degrees, but it's supposed to go down to like high 30s, something like that. They even think it's going to go a little colder, but to me now, I'm in a t-shirt right now. Here it's 54 degrees.
Serious?
So I'm like,
that's a heat wave does.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm hot now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm at 19 degrees right now.
Yeah. I'm not sure what it is here. It's cold. That's 20. It's in the 20s, low 20s. Like 24, 25, something like that.
How was that? I seen the other day. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of my trial of Alaska weather.
Yeah.
It can go away now. I'm done.
Yeah, I'm done with it too. I still got a lot of ice areas in the driveway. I mean, it's perfectly drivable and passable, but I just can't get that stuff soft enough to get busted up.
Did you guys get freezing rain down there, JR?
Let's see. I'm trying to think when this snow hit. When did this is it Saturday
David
or Sunday?
Kaufman.
Hey, David.
Snow hit Sunday.
Sunday. The last 4 or 5 hours was pure sleet here on top of
that's what we had.
Over 13 inches of snow.
Yeah.
and it just made one hell of a crust on everything. Very tough to move.
Yeah,
Uh,
we had 12 inches of snow, and then it started sleeting, and
yeah,
I wound up with 6 inches of snow and 6 inches of ice when it got compacted.
yeah,
Mhm.
exactly.
And then good luck shoveling.
Did you
I
guys
did
get all
plenty of
snow up there, Kendra, or did you get some sleet?
No, we got sleep.
Okay.
Like at the end, I'd say we probably had 6 to 7 inches, and then it just iced over,
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
which was not fun, especially when you're trying to potty train a puppy.
Mm-hmm.
We went backwards that day for sure, but
Yeah.
it's
Yeah, when
okay.
we were when we were moving it on Sunday night, it was like gravel. You dump the bucket and it just flowed right back because it was all sleet. And the following 2 days we kept plowing, and then it got hard and it caked up, and it was definitely packed it in.
Tristan, you need to start your own podcast. Oh my goodness, you have such a wealth of information. You got something every week you could put on your own podcast and get some of your pullers to come on with you and do some live interviews with them.
Meigs County.
Just saying.
So anyway, this show, I mean, this pool this weekend is called. I wanted to say it so quick now. It's gonna be battle in the swamp. So they want to see who's gonna be the king of the swamp this year. I met the king of the swamp from last year. I mean, I pulled them last 3 months to film them with the GHR. He's part of their organization indoors. They're doing these national indoors pools, but down here they're gonna have 2 tracks. I know they're gonna have a lot of stock tractors, and then they're gonna have some altered and some super stocks and stuff like that. And also they're expecting some mini rods, V8s.
Mm-hmm.
In 2 days of pulling on 2 tracks. So, and it's all on the cover. It's not really a building. It's like a big cover.
Yeah.
So hopefully, you know, the rain down here shouldn't bother anybody or anything like that. The temperature, like I said, it's going to be about 65 degrees or so.
Yeah, on Facebook, it's listed under Battle in the Swamp Tractor Pull.
Yeah.
That's not far from the Green Swamp. That's right in the Green Swamp area.
Yeah, that's not far from Zellwood there somewhere. But for some reason, Zellwood always packs it on top of them on the same weekend.
It's put on by Ocala, Florida Garden Tractor Pull. Ocala.
Yeah, that's I could tell you a whole lot about the Green Swamp, but that's not this kind of show. It's my other show. So.
Yeah. So, but this one is Jerry Cantrell puts it on, and he's got the Bonfire Motorsports. So, and then last year I was gonna go, but we haven't, really come to an agreement on it. We didn't really know each other, and I was new to the program too, still, And then I wound up going with you to Virginia to film that.
Yep.
And then this year we got together, we spoke, and first we agreed that we're going to do it. And then I had it on the calendar as to go. And then Tommy announced, oh no, we got a new location. We're going to do this in the first week of February. And of course I was already committed, with you to do that.
Yeah.
And then I had to cancel it. And then Virginia canceled, and I called Jerry up. I said, hey, I'm free. so we're gonna go down.
Well, that's good. They should get the weekend now.
Well, yeah. So it's like I was talking to friends. They asked me before, why you got 5-6 things on your calendar? I'm like, well, they're all 3 hours, 2 hours from me in any direction. When you look at the clock, I'm kind of in the center, and then it could rain in 4 different spots, but not going south or somewhere north. So you just kind of last minute, okay, if I'm not really hard committed to go somewhere, then I can pick anything I want that weekend,
Sure.
So that's
cool.
But then there is other ones, like I said, the last 3 events that I did for GHR. We got another one coming up in Ohio and Nevada, indoor. And of course, you got Keystone coming up. I'm committed to that.
Right.
So this weekend stream, is going to determine if I'm actually going to go live on the Keystone Garden tractors. Just simple fact that the 5G and 4G inside is not working too good. And I already know from last year from my competition there that his stream was completely always breaking down because of lack of signal.
Is there do you when
Yeah.
you're out at a pool like that, are you using now I'm having a brain fart.
That's
Are you
okay,
using
take your time.
satellite internet to broadcast, or how are you?
So what happened to me, I'm doing something totally new this weekend. It's called like a bonding. And pretty much what I'm going to do is I'm going to bond my Starlink, the local Wi-Fi, a cell signal that is in my box, and Bluetooth on my cell phone. So the way that works is pretty much my yellow box prioritizes the strength of the signal, which is always like the Starlink.
It'll jump to a stronger signal.
Yes, and then so Jerry's you guys been watching it too. So when you start skipping, we're all trying to push the limit to stream the highest quality, right? So there's two things you have to watch. You want quality or you want health of the stream, right? So health means you can see it without any interruption or skipping, but you really get a low quality, right? Because you're pushing the frames and the bits down low for the connection to handle it, right? And I'm trying to get it. I'm streaming in 1080, although I film everything in almost 4K. But for streaming, we always going like 1080, and then any video subsequently I process it up to 8K. But for streaming purposes, high definition 1080. That's pretty much what you get, right? But you're trying to. Right now, I'm trying to be on the lower end of it without dropping a lot of frames, right?
Right.
So if I could get to the point where I can push it up to 4K, through 4K with 60 frames a second, and that's like you in a theater, So just basically trying to get a high quality, the highest quality I can push out on my Starlink, and then it's just make sure that you don't have any glitches, skips, and stuff like that. Unless, for example, like when I went down to Tennessee on a live stream 3 days over there, because some of the cameras were set at 4K and my satellite was low, and then trailers being parked around it, I was losing a lot of the signal. And in 3 days, I dropped 57,000 frames. But again, I was also pushing close to 4K, like in 8, 6, 7 bits, right? And I was running 60 frames a second, which is a lot, right? But people still liked it. But it's just when I watched it, I was like, I hate it. I'm more picky than Jerry now, and Jerry knows when I started earlier. I mean, Beast knows it. I was like, I filmed first time over there, and I thought I didn't come back the second time. I said, well, what happened? You didn't post the video. Oh, the sign just was on, I was like, I was so mad. I told him, there ain't no way. He said, just put music behind it. Don't worry about it. And I'm like, no. So I'm constantly trying to make sure that basically the viewers got, you enjoy watching it. The pulling sport is kind of slow moving, right? You got 10, 15 seconds of excitement, and then it's over, right? Okay, you can replay it and comment on this and that, but then you still have a 2 or 3 minutes, some places 5 minutes before the reset, right? So that's one of the reasons I use like up to, right now I can use 10 cameras to switch around. But on average, I've tried to include a lot, but some of them become stationary. I'm not really using them much, but it does fill in the gaps for the viewer to see the pit, like the pit area, see the whole arena, the scale, right?
Distance
and then so the distance boards, I include that a picture in picture, so you see it right away.
Do you have do you have one of them cameras that flies on the wire like they use at football games?
Not yet.
I was going to say not yet, knowing him.
Try to string one of them
not yet.
We can maybe string one of those across the top of BC.
If you give me You give me 2 poles at 11 and I'll have it up. Just the setup time is going to be a couple hours longer.
He's going to need a crane truck now.
No, I mean, so with GHR, what happened is when I went there, so those folks used to have either iPhone or a tablet in the corner of the building, right? And then, so just to tell you where this original started, I watched that when I started doing the gardening tractors, and the folks at the Potomac and Colonel's were like, well, can you live stream? And they showed me that, right? And then I went and watched it. I said, well, I can live stream, but I can do way better than that, right? And then I did all of that stuff, and I was like, well, this is boring, just live streaming with one camera. And then I started putting cameras on different angles, and I just put in a static camera on the start line and kind of timing it and then switching for the first 100 foot, to the other one. Not always it works out because you got to learn it. But the feedback I got was awesome. Even even from the pullers, right?
Yeah.
Because they go like, man, I just saw my rim spin. And I'm like, yeah, so did I, but the tire didn't go anywhere. It wrinkled up.
How many cameras?
No wonder I didn't take off.
How many cameras on average do you run per event?
At average, I run 5.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
But when it comes to Beast of the East, he only runs 2.
Yeah, something's wrong with that. Huh?
Well, no, it's not. No. I had that figured out too, but here's the thing. You pull too fast. You didn't think I'm going to tell you that. So the only guys pulling faster than you guys, you're pulling about every 2.5 minutes.
Right.
On a single track, right? But you're on 2 tracks.
Yeah.
The only body, GHR, they're timing around 145 to 2 minutes of pull on a single track. Right? I put out 7 cameras last time, and I used 2 of them. I never switched 2.
Yep.
Right?
It's too much stuff going on.
Yes. Yeah. But I switched them in between, right? So it's just I am getting better at it, switching it, just discipline. And you sometimes when you watch my live stream, especially when they're lasting 10 hours, 11 hours, about the 8th hour, you kind of see one of those things that, okay, the camera just went on a wide view from one corner of the track to the end of the track, and Rob's just disappeared, and then he's walking around in the pit. And you can see me walking around, because it's like, okay, I'm tired of sitting in my director's chair, Yeah. And it gets a little fatiguey too. And especially notice that when you're over watching it, and all of a sudden on the front camera is there, and all of a sudden you just see the counters running, but I don't know tractor. Guess what happened? Yeah. I'm intensely following it. You know what I mean? And then I get to the end, and the kid goes like, "Did you get that?" I'm like, "Yeah, the front and the back. There's nothing in the middle." Right? And it's like, that's when somebody taps on your shoulder. Take a break, Rob.
Yeah.
Because I forgot to switch,
Yeah, it happens.
A lot of people don't realize how much work it is.
I'll tell you what, the hardest pull I ever did, one track, it was twin track pull. Clint's brother was the one I was on. It's Cloverdale, Indiana, and I had 2009, maybe it was. The one year that Clint was there before he went back this year. I know I filmed, I guess we started at like 11 in the morning or 12 that Friday. And I filmed all the way till like 3:20. I think it was 3:20 a.m.
Wow.
Before I packed up, went to the hotel out the street, showered, took a nap, and we went back for all day Saturday. So you do the math. That's 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 hours somewhere in there total.
So I got the newest YOLO box, which is a lot more, they call it an extreme, but it's a lot more extreme. So this one takes up to 8 cameras, 5 of them in 4K, 3 in 1080.
Don't give away too many of your secrets.
No, if you look at the box, you get it.
I know.
So just like at Tennessee on the old box.
You're giving me the old box? You're going to give me the old yellow box?
Well, I got it set up so whenever you could use it. Because what I was going to do is you was going to have that box set up on your side, picture in picture.
Tara,
and I would have fed from that.
you hear this, Tara?
But
Brother Blaylock is in the house. I don't mean to interrupt you. Hi, David. Good to see you, buddy. John Roop.
I got it.
Thanks for
Bumping the
joining
night
us.
monsters.
Our visitor count's a little down tonight because we haven't been here for 3 weeks, but
Yeah, that's okay.
we'll get better. We'll get
We'll,
back.
we'll probably back up.
But
But
yeah,
also, this also says that it's got a director's mode on the same screen. I can switch to that, but I'm not using that part of it. The other part that it has, I can invite 6 guests like you have right from the box, and have you as a reporter with your phone in a pit. I also can go on what do we call it, a confidence monitor. I can just put it for the TV, right? But or 2 separate jumbos that I can display same time as the live stream go on.
right.
So when are you going to be towing that big jumbotron behind your van? We need
I
one
can't
of
afford
these.
I can't afford that. But
You'll
if
have
you
to-
guys have one, I can plug to it.
That's the
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah.
There's only a select few that's got the cold hard cash for that kind of stuff.
Well, it's not just that, but also the ones that have it. I didn't know that till down Tennessee. They actually charge for that too, separate. So if you want to use that, they charge you separate.
Right.
Now down in Tennessee, I was the guinea pig on it because the manager said, "Well, we have that," and I'm like, I said I probably could display it on it. And then he goes, "Well, we charge for that." I said, "Nah." So you talk to the bosses about that. He goes, "But we never had nothing on it." I said, "Well, how do you know it's working then?"
Right.
And then he goes, "Well, can we try it?" And I gave him my HDMI cable to go in it, and it's not working. So the front end of it didn't work. So he said, "You have a longer one?" So I gave him a 75 footer, and he went into the back box and he connected to it there, and it worked. And I told him, I said, "Well, how's your cable working and theirs don't?" And I said, "Well, if it's that long, just like mine, it's directional." And I said, "You probably they have it hooked up backwards in the wall." And then he hooked mine up and it worked. And then he looked at all his, and his arrows was pointing backwards.
Hmm.
So, so he was kind of happy that we actually
Yeah,
tried.
right. Sure. Yeah.
He says they tried it on a laptop. I'm like, "Well, that's not how you test it. And you put it in live production. See, put it 3 spaces,
Yeah.
So they wind up using it.
Yeah, those jumbotrons. I was actually in a satellite truck at Bloomsburg Fair one year for another pulling organization years back, and I had to bring a bunch of discs with a bunch of photos and stuff for the pullers because as the puller was getting into backing into the sled. There we go, and getting hooked up and everything. They always put up information about them and their vehicle and stuff like that. And we had went out and that particular year we were actually shooting photos of the actual driver's the face image and their vehicle, and I got to sit in the satellite truck, which was a Renegade, and I mean top notch. Wow. And the back of that thing was just loaded with, at the time, just top notch electronics, and just I can't explain it. It's like a broadcast truck is what it was. It was a broadcast vehicle. And,
Isn't that what Robert drives around?
Not yet.
not yet.
So if that happens, then well, let's put it this way: this year is going to be the one time that it's probably going to say, "Okay, is it time to?" It's really up to me. Is it time to me to go to the next level, or I'm just happy, doing what I'm doing,
Yeah,
and
by
I'm,
the cost.
You know
so-
what? You know what?
I'm go ahead.
Go ahead. No,
One
I'll
at a
let you
time.
finish.
Go ahead, Robert.
So, where I'm standing at, I'm still working. I'm not even 62 yet. I'm still young, but just I'm enjoying a lot of different things in life. You know what I mean? So,
Yep.
and when I plugged in, actually, I plugged it into AI to analyze my whole channel and tell me what should I be doing, And then the super loads come up and this comes up. And it's like, oh, well, you make your mind up,
Yeah.
So, but I'm not one of those, okay, no, it's way too many things, just like my bio said, hey, I like way too many things, and if I like them, I'm going to film it. A lot of other people like it. And even today, I'm getting every week get 2 or 3 messages that, hey, don't change your channel. Is it because when we're bored, we find something new at your channel, you know?
Well, yeah, you're doing more than just a pulling thing. You're doing the heavy loads and
Yeah. So if I get
roof
into,
trucks and stuff.
so if I get into just, let's say, the pulling part of it, is it going to stay fun? If I take it, what you call, to the next professional level, you know what I'm saying? Then you need
Yeah.
to get help, more equipment, a lot more serious in it. There's a lot more cost involved. So,
I've kept it simple, and that's what's kept it fun for me because it's more one-on-one. I
and
think. But
that's what I'm looking at right there. Am I having fun? You know what I mean? So
exactly. Yep. You
even
gotta
if I
have
take
fun.
it to the next level, as long as you're having fun, I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing, and that's
That's right. It's still fun. I mean, I don't film as much as I used to. I mean, Mike Walker's he's the right hand guy for me because I'm usually helping the association with whatever they need, et cetera, et cetera. But I still and when I get the chance, I still love to shoot photos. I really do. It's just now that's my next expense. I need to step my game up a little bit, but I don't do it enough right now to justify buying a much better still camera. I mean, I'm shooting with a 60D Canon. That camera is what 15 years old now. But it's still doing a good job, and a good lens and stuff. But
so again, like I have the
time's coming.
I don't know, let me see, 1, 2, I got 6 4K cameras, and like I said, most 90% of the time, 5 of them is all in 1080. I'm live streaming 1080 anyway. So I'm using a 4 terabyte card to record all the footage, right?
Right. And
then, like I said, when I'm editing at home, then I'm just up-render it anyway to 8K, because my trick is I just do the whole thing. In the afternoons, I finish them up before I go to bed. I let it render up, and it's a 2-hour video, and it takes 8 hours to render it out. So when it comes out, it's beautiful,
Well, when you're ready to retire, that's when you'll decide how much further you want to take it. You know what I mean?
Well, and that's so pretty much right now. I got all the equipment that I really need. I got some wants. Everybody has a want, right?
Sure.
But I got some equipment. Like I said, 4Ks now. I really didn't need it, but I have it. The future is going to be higher than that. Now they're coming out with 8Ks, right? Just a learning curve. So much learning. That's what's challenging to me, and I enjoy that part.
Probably 8 years ago or so. I got the first Blu-ray burner, for these high definition videos, and people don't buy them. They just I've sold some, but if you don't have the proper equipment at home to play the Blu-ray, et cetera, you don't really, versus a standard 1080 like we shoot, non 4K. There's really not a whole lot of difference on today's TVs between that and the Blu-ray, unless you're really picky in particular and or know what you're looking at. The average Joe doesn't need a Blu-ray because the regular high def DVD is very, very, very clear, very good.
Yeah, and then you don't really have that many. A lot of people have 8K TVs out there, anyways. The big screens, that's they're high.
I don't have it. I don't need it.
But
what I have is plenty clear enough.
So for live saving for me is a lot of the local, garden tractor clubs, a lot of these national pulls that they're doing in the winter once a month, different places. And a lot of the antique ones, even during a season, it's going to get included a lot more because they wanted more. And then some of the truck pulls maybe, but if they want it, if they don't, like we did last year at Beast. I mean, I got great feedback from them that people liked it. I don't know what Dwayne and the feedback you guys got from that truck pull from the truck show.
Yeah, you're welcome there anytime.
Mikey says hi. I don't know if you can see them.
Yeah, Mike
Hello,
Walker's
Mikey.
in the house.
Hi, Mike.
Yeah, I was thinking you're talking about all this fancy equipment and all this crazy stuff you're doing. When I met you the first time, Robert, you were riding around on a little scooter with your iPhone, and I just it's quite amazing how far this has went in the short couple of years here. I don't know how long it's been.
Yeah. Well, it's been so
Yeah,
December
how many-
14th. December 14th was 2 full years.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll
So
say about 2 years.
you told me your story, and you needed this was going to be your hobby. This was something you were interested in, and now it seems like it's almost an obsession, right?
To some degree, it is because, see, I don't know if you remember when I told you when I had that sound issue over there, why I did not post it. Everything was crackling, nothing was coming out, right? And it wasn't me. It was just one cheap cable, right?
Yeah.
And you're not gonna believe a 16-year-old kid at the car show told me, he says, you know, why y'all folks just keep buying this cheap stuff? Why y'all think you're saving money, right?
Yep.
That's right.
And he gives me a number. He doesn't even give me the just gave me a number of the item, right? He said, just go this and Google that, buy that. And I'm looking at the exact same cable, right?
Mhm.
Except the one I bought was $14.95. The one he wants me to buy is $34.95, right?
Yep.
Right.
And I'm like, okay, so I bought that, and guess what? Everybody said what I'm doing with those cables, 300 foot long with my microphones, right? They said they'll never work. And I'm like, that kid was right. It's in the cable,
Yep.
right? And I connect 300 foot of it together, and I put a mic all the way on the end, and I catch a clear sound. And they go like, how did you do that? And I'm like, never mind. You figure it out,
Yeah. Yep.
right?
That's right. That's right.
Once I set stuff up like that, most of them go like, he's crazy. I'm like, okay. But then they like it, you know?
I have to admit, I've laughed at you a couple times. I'm like, that's dedication, man.
Well, so in my mind, when I'm doing something, and then I've been all my life like this anyway at work too. So I'm dealing with Drawbridges, they're 100 years old. I have to find a solution for something or my team, right? So when I go out here, WBL TV camera guy and BOC TV down in Salisbury, down at the Ocean City
Yep.
car show, they both approached me. He said, hey, we love your channel. He says, but how many guys are helping you when you're doing these big shows? I'm like, well, it's just me. And I'm like, well, it takes 4 of us to run that much equipment. Then we have camera guys for everyone, and the staff to do this and that. I was like, well, and then subsequently came out, and they were like, I can't believe it. You got 4 cameras, and you're switching between them and doing all this, right? So, well, my biggest problem is the sound. You know, that's just another sound that can mess up sound in 8 different spots. You know.
Mm-hmm.
I adjust one, then as soon as you adjust one, the other one's out of whack. I'm so happy when I get it all together.
Yeah, last
So
couple.
that-
Well, you were in, I guess, Illinois or Indiana. That you're in Ohio. Maybe it was Ohio.
Yeah.
I was
Oh,
talking
right.
to you. I was messaging you. And
Yeah.
Yeah, that footage was working great. Every once in a while, you see your drop frames would skip a little bit. But
Yeah.
Not very often. I was pretty impressed with that. But the
Well,
clarity was really good.
Yeah, because so what happened in the last
And it
one
was
in
snowing. It
Greenville?
was snowing.
Well, I had
That's the
40.
big one.
There was 4 inches of snow on top of the satellite dish,
Yeah.
and then second time around, that was in Ohio, and the second time around it was pouring down rain, thunderstorms and everything, right? The lightning hit the building, took out the sound system and everything, right?
Jeez.
My satellite was still up, right? And I only lost
Nice.
in 2 days like 1,600 frames, and I'm like, I survived this. I'm going to be the happiest guy in the world, right? And then on Greenville, my Starlink lost connection for a second 2 times, and then interrupted the feed. And all of a sudden, all these messages coming through. Where's the feed? He stopped. He's not live streaming anymore. What is it at? Of course, I'm trying to scramble up to restart it. And then subsequently, out of 2 streams, with 1 stream in a day, I wound up with 3 separate ones. But everybody got back on it and watched it, you know?
Right.
Yep.
So, I mean, live streaming, like I said, for this year, still a couple of more indoor ones, and then the regular season starts, and then it's going to be a lot of antique ones included in it. Those are going to be live streamed.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And other than that, I'm planning to be at Beast of the East for all 3 shows. Film that.
We have we're also doing the Keystone Truck Show again.
Yeah. So I haven't committed to any of that one yet, but I got the calendar blocked out. But
That's fine.
somebody else is fighting for the spot, and I have not heard from them yet. So
Mhm.
Kendra lost power. Her power just went out. That's why we lost Kendra.
oh boy.
Somebody had a boo-boo, and
That's happened before to her. Remember, her internet just went out, and that ended up being almost a week-long thing till they finally come out and fixed it. Now she lost electric. So, real quick, I'm getting towards the end of the show here.
so you're oh, yep.
No, go ahead, real quick. I'm
I
pulling
was
up
going to
the
ask
message.
you just a little bit.
No, he's
about
not. No, he's not, Tara. Don't tell him that. No, he's not.
live streaming Atlantic.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
So they're
Go
also
ahead. Go
going.
ahead. Say it.
They're going to be running garden tractors, and they'll also be running some classics or V8s. I seen they had V8s, or is that V8 garden tractor?
We had mini rods.
Okay. So they're all okay.
So they're supposed to have people coming from like 10 different states right
Cool.
now, as far as I know. But again, the storm up there and all, I know some people left early this morning, same time I did. And other ones are leaving now. But already seen 3 or 4 trailers with 5 or 6 trailer tractors in them.
So you're
So-
seeing people in South Carolina heading south.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I
And
know
that-
people from Virginia left too.
He said it'd be warmer.
They're starting on Saturday or Friday.
So they're starting Friday at 2 p.m. and then Saturday at 1 p.m. So it'll probably last till about 9 or 10 in the evening, both days.
Yeah, I was just looking. My mom and dad are in Florida right now, but they're about 125 miles south of Tampa and Sarasota.
Yeah. So the link is posted on my Facebook already and my channel too at YouTube. It's
Okay.
scheduled.
Yeah, I
will
did.
schedule it. Go ahead.
Yep.
And then it's also going to be posted on a Barn Find Motorsports Facebook and the Swan Pool page. So it's being shared around right now a lot. I've seen that already.
Yeah, you're on. You're on the Swamp page. It's timing down live in 41 hours. That's a couple of hours down the road.
Yep. So that's again. That's one thing I learned is you schedule it ahead. That way people know it's coming. And then the trick to that is I'll set up everything up. The satellite's gonna be up like tomorrow night already.
Mhm.
Because I like to set it up earlier so that kind of stabilize everything. If you set it up just real quick, then it's still searching and trying to optimize itself. So I like to set it up and run it all night. That way, when you come in, it's all nice blue. It catches all the satellites.
Yep.
And then any updates, usually because the satellite is off 2-3 weeks, not being set up, then need to set it up, update it, and just run it through a pace and make
Get
sure
all
everything's-
acclimated so it's ready to rock and roll.
Yep. So-
That's cool.
Very cool.
So that's a plan for that one. Then the next one after that is Keystone for the garden tractors. After that would be the antique pool at Keystone for
Right.
what is the Mid-Atlantic Super
Yes,
Pool.
Mid-Atlantic Super Pool.
So they're still going back and forth about going live and all that. I haven't heard from them. I know they want me to film it. That's separate tracks. But for the garden tractors, that's the way they're pulling in a smaller arena. Somebody told me it was 150-foot Cat 6 that I would need to run out to get the signal.
For your
And
Starlink.
yeah, so from last time I was there, I'm looking at more than 350 foot. So I do have that, but I gotta
Really?
probably start early.
I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
you
you
have
go
to
out
run
the
out the
side
back
door and then you get in between
side-
the
the back
buildings and
door
you
there.
need to get away from it, and
That's
pointing straight up.
Yeah.
Now,
So is there a way that you can get to the roof and actually put it out the top?
not there.
well,
Not
there is not there, but there is a couple of garden tracker guys like, we'll help you get it on the roof if you want. I'm like, I don't think we need to go into jail for that. So,
I'd be a little
But,
worried of that. Yeah.
well, Doug Dale, he's supposed to look into it because the building's supposed to have Wi-Fi.
It does. The
Which
building has Wi-Fi, but it's very
Yeah.
used.
So, yeah, the public one is very used there. So,
Yeah, it's too
I'm
bad
not-
there's not a plug there somewhere where you can just tie into the.
actually, there is a plug there. It's just that's
Yeah.
what
The wires
need to
are
get permission to plug in. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Yeah, I was using
There
the
is a
show office with the computer and stuff, and even plugged in, it gets so busy.
Yep.
You can have a lot of interference. Stuff.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But I'm in these Wi-Fi's. All I'm looking is for these. We're really not going to carry that much data, megabytes. It's just to keep the stream alive if somebody just accidentally the power goes off or the satellite loses signal like it did in Greenville for a second.
Mhm.
If I would have had the other 3 services on it, it would have never broke the stream.
It would have just went to one of the other ones and
It-
instantly switches over.
Yes, yeah. It instantly would have went over to the other one, and then you probably would at that point you would have seen few frames drop,
Mhm.
but you only would have seen that like a couple of times in a whole show, right?
Mhm.
So without that service, you see it more. So
There's an internet service called Connectin that they use like 3 different service cards in the box itself, and it automatically goes through whatever it's mainly for RVers, but you can use them at home, whatever.
Yeah.
And it will it's really fast. It switches to the best network of that wherever you're at.
Yep.
And
So-
if one slows down, it'll jump automatically to another one without any interruption to your service. And it's got a very, very good rating. I know some people that have it and swear by it, even over their Starlink, believe it or not.
Yep. So I'm like figuring all that out.
Yeah.
To me, like Jerry said, to me, when time comes to retire, next year or 2 or whatever, I got a good hobby, and then like Jerry mentioned, well, I can just get on my little van and I can go across country and film something every other day somewhere else.
That's exactly right.
But
Hey.
eventually, my van's going to be set up that way with the desk and the whole computer set up in it.
I plan to do the same
So-
thing one day with an RV. So, and if there's a tractor pull nearby, depending on my age at the time and what I feel like doing, but I'm going to be there filming it.
Well, so since doing this, I met other people my age that actually, the other one is the NC mod dragsters, but he
Oh, NC Pro
live
Modder.
streams he live streams drag races.
NC Pro Modder. I knew who you're talking
Yeah, extra pro mod. Yeah. So we shared information because of he had something we I shared in mine, so we went collaborate a little back and forth.
Mhm.
And then he's working his stuff out, and I like his setup. It's almost identical if you see
Yeah.
the setups.
about. Yeah. Yeah.
That's
I
why
got
I'm laughing,
Hmm.
But he's doing it by himself too. So he's pretty much having the same kind of issues that I have. But and then going through what I really have to say about all the pullers and all the pulls that I've been to, I really haven't met anybody hateful.
Mhm.
Everybody's friendly. Everybody likes it. I've been to.
Sure.
I have to make. I get Shippensburg. I went to Shippensburg, and I told my friend, I said, I called and nobody calls back. And then when I showed up, right, I go over there and the president of the club wanders over there, a little old guy, and he goes, well, I was wondering when you're going to show up
Yeah.
because we watch your channel. And I'm like, well, it's called a message. He goes, we don't know how to do that.
No,
So-
I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
Too old school.
Yeah, too old school. But he goes, like, when you got there, he goes, like, we were wondering when you're going to show up. I'm like, well, I can't read everybody's mind, right? But once I've been to a lot of these places, everybody says, "Are you coming back next year? You got to come for the whole weekend, for the whole fair." And I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Okay, seems like I got to go on the road, like
Mhm.
Jerry said."
You have you have a bed and living quarters in the back of your van.
You want to see it? So it's not a living quarters yet.
Look at that. There it is.
But that's my bunk.
Living on the
That's a
road.
nice. Yeah, it's a queen bed in there.
So you got to take the bed down so you can get the stage out from underneath to set it up in the grass so you can set your camera on it.
No. So that's mounted up on a rail. I can take that easily out if I need to.
I got you.
Right. But I didn't spend 10 grand on it. Only the most expensive part, that is the mattress.
Mhm.
Of course, I like the 10-inch mattress,
Yep.
comfortable. But the other one's 2 easy rails and 2x4s across with just the
Yep.
plywood on them.
Mhm.
And then all the platforms, everything stacked underneath there.
Yep.
You'll see it at the beast one day. And I got like blankets, just closed it up as a bunk.
Yeah.
So when I'm traveling like this, I leave it open so I let the heat in it. So
Yeah, I was gonna say, what do you do when it's 0 degrees outside? You don't go pulling.
I got
They make heat.
but I do have electric. I do have a generator, but this van used a gallon and a quarter in 7 hours.
Idling.
Just idle it, yeah. So I did a test on it when I went to Kentucky.
That's not
But
bad
I don't
at
like
all.
to idle it. But I do have a heater, and I got the generator
Mhm.
that uses a gallon for like 9 hours. But of course,
Yeah.
you have to put it outside, chain it up, and all that. Then you're not
Oh, yeah.
incognito. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you don't leave that outside not chained up.
Yeah.
Be there
But-
next moment.
The reason I got the bunk back here too is because last year, especially with gardening tractors, you go to West Virginia, then they want you to go to Pennsylvania, and then like I said, Berks County, and then I went from Jefferson County to the Beast of the East, and then Sunday go to Berks County, right?
Yeah.
So if you look at it, I was running back and home every time. And that's almost between an hour and 40 minutes and 2 hours for each location, right? So you basically want to almost wrecked one time, And I said, well, that's
worth
Not good.
I said that ain't worth it, because when you get tired, the reason I got it is, okay, I'm tired, I'm just gonna pull over, get in the bunk. That's it. And you can stretch out and take a nap, right?
Yeah.
So
That's why I own an RV. I learned my lesson years
Yeah.
ago.
yeah. So everything just kind of slowly, it's got its own mind, like you said, it's evolving,
Yeah.
Well, the whole thing is you're self-sufficient. You can burn through a lot of money if you got if you gotta find a place to go every night, and you do this trip and you're gone for 5 days or something like that. That's 5 nights. You gotta find a place to go, and if you got your own bed with you, it doesn't cost you a dime. Once you're
So when
set up.
so especially when I'm traveling like this, this is fine. You stretch out. This supposed to be like Google said, 13-hour trip. If I'm gonna stop now, I'll be there in another 2.5 hours, right?
Mhm.
But I just, either way, I want to stop because I want to see other stuff anyways tomorrow
Yeah.
morning before I get there. And I just want to take a nap. That's a stretch out,
That's it.
But so like, this year, if I go to Jefferson County, then I'm going to go to Beast of the East. Well, either I can stay at the one of them previous when I leave early in the morning, or show up at your
Yeah.
place and just stay there till the
Yeah.
morning in the setup, right?
Yep.
And then that alone, it just cuts out 4.5 hours every day.
Mhm.
And it's nothing but a rest,
Yeah.
And
Good
then,
shit.
And
and I'm traveling like this on a road. You got truck stop, they got showers, if you need it. So I'm not set up to hook up to camping spots yet, but like Jerry said, he can see it coming, and I can too. Have a small camper behind it.
Yeah.
You
you will
Mhm.
eventually.
Right now, it's just fine the way it is.
Yeah, well, that's cool. Again, like I
Yeah.
said, it's a lot has changed since I found you or met you the first time on the scooter.
Well, like I said, the only thing I'm trying to do is every single day when I do something don't work, I just want to improve one more thing for the next time. And that's my motto.
Mhm.
Yeah. And
So
be sensible about your budget.
that's it. Yep.
But you got a good job, so you're.
Well, and this a lot of people say, how do you do these trips? So when taking these long trips, and you already know, like Virginia, they're picking up the hotels and stuff once you're there.
Right.
So that helps too.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I had to back out. I backed out early on that. I told them guys, especially when I knew that we lost the helper here that was taking care of my dad. She flew to Coop, so I couldn't just take off and leave mom here without any help. Cindy's working 8 and 12-hour days. She can't be here, so
Right.
unfortunately.
Yeah.
But they ended up canceling anyway, so I don't feel so bad now.
So,
Still, I feel bad for
So
them
if
having to cancel.
if everything works out with my test this weekend the way it's supposed to, see, the way I got it set up, if everything fails, I still have everything recorded. So it's just going to wind up being a bunch of videos, right?
Yep,
And I'm
yep.
sorry for the families that couldn't travel or people across the country. They have families. There are people in Netherlands watching last stream because they had families here, right?
Yep.
But I like to help these, especially the kids, local clubs promote it,
Yeah.
And
Yeah, there's a lot of kids involved in garden tractor pulling.
Oh,
It's
yeah, you bet.
where it
Even
starts.
antiques.
Yeah.
oh yeah, even antiques, yes. I got a couple of favorite ones, Little B, he's grown up, he's graduating, he's getting into the 5,000 RPMs,
Right. Yeah.
And
We're sitting here waiting, Nicole.
yeah, the twins, and
Yeah,
then
Nicole, what are you waiting on?
Yeah, what are you waiting on, Nicole?
what's she waiting on?
She said maybe she needs to learn how to operate a camera for JR. I said, what's she waiting on?
Yeah,
I said they're sitting here
I
waiting.
told her I teach her.
Oh Lord, she'll be ruined. Never mind.
I'm gonna get her ruined. Yeah, so yeah, it's gonna be it's gonna be a really interesting summer coming up for me anyway.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I hope things get straightened out here a little better by then. Hopefully it will, at least by April, and I can get away a little more often. As of right now, I'm going to be there. Don't worry. I'm filming. I'm going to be doing filming and working. But as far as 2-day pools right now, no.
Yeah.
By April, I think we'll be safe.
Well, like I said, the biggest test, if this pass is good, then the biggest test for me is going to be Keystone. That's going to be challenging, and I'm still working on things in my back pocket for internet connections there. But I got somebody is promised and looking to help me cover it. Last time I was there, I tried to cover most of it, but they're pulling on 3 tracks.
Yeah.
Right. So that's really, and the smaller arena is a lot tougher than a big one as far as they're setting up.
Yeah.
Now Ed, who is 20th and 21st
of March
next month. Yeah.
Okay.
And then Ed came out to Beast of the East. I don't know if you remember Ed.
Yeah.
I mean, he came out, and then we did the FFA, and he's trying to see if he can come. And what we're planning to do, what me and Richard was planning to do, but he was planning to be on track 1, where the youth is. And we'll set him up same way that we was going to set up, and then we'll cross shoot into track 2. Whoever catches that, right?
Yeah.
And then if the program works, it doesn't. The middle track would wind up being probably double filmed sometimes, but we'll try to live stream it and see what comes out of it.
Yeah.
So
ideally, for 3 tracks, it'd be nice to have 3 cameras there. Three
well, there will be, as far as I know, there will be a 3rd camera there. I don't know if he's going to survive this time. Last year, he almost got hit twice. But that's You
What do
can
you
stay
say?
up on the top, but you're way too high for them little tractors. We
Yeah.
don't have that zoom capability. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, you could. There's ways around that. But
There's
Well,
where that
it is.
there's where that nice overhead camera with the cable system comes in handy.
You know, you're the fourth person who said that. I'll have a camera one time just running right in front of you, in front of the tractor up on the
yeah,
cable.
there you go. Wouldn't that be something? You're always looking up,
Yeah.
trying to find out what's going on. Oh,
Well-
that's our video production. Video productions are pretty cool. There's a lot of
You know,
crazy stuff
So-
out there, but
I ruined a couple of GoPros. I got a couple of GoPros I go on across country on super loads. They both got full cards, waiting for them to come back. A couple of them got ran over, fell off the tractor. And they were like, well, you know, I'm like, well, I'll put it there. I mean, what do you want me to do? You know?
Yeah.
I said, you're not responsible for it.
Right.
But on the garden tractors, the kids are funny though. Well, I'm going to get disqualified. Well, yeah, anything falls off the tractor, you're going to get disqualified. They'd be like, put it on there anyway. Yeah.
they want to get that video.
They want that.
Yeah. So, see, this is, we're talking about this, putting cameras here and there, and you see a lot of people in the videos, they had the camera up on a cage, and then they cut to get into the video, right? My next thing is, that's cool, but you know what? I want to put a camera underneath it, and I want to switch to it. You know, I want to see your drive shaft spinning, and while you pull it, you know?
Yes.
And then, so the last few guys that I talked about it, I got the equipment to do it. They were like, well, I got to hook to your battery. Now, if I put a battery cage on, they're like, well, then we're getting into the weight issue on these smaller tractors, right?
Yeah.
And then the bigger the pros, like, we don't know. I know with a couple of pickup trucks, they agreed. I can just say, put it anywhere you want.
Mhm.
So we'll
Yeah, it's a
see.
little different, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to put them somewhere when they fall off because these guys they're bouncing a lot, you know.
Oh yeah.
Gets a
And
little
it's
bit
not just the
wild.
camera I gotta put in. I gotta put in the transmitter too, and all the little cables to feed it and all that stuff. So
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it takes
who
a while to
runs
set
the
all that stuff up?
who runs the video camera while Robert's buried in a truck trying to set up another video camera?
well, and that's the other part was it's like a lot of times. Now we installed the cameras before, right? And I was like, put it here, over here. We put it all up. I'm like, look, all we have to do is push this button, right? And 9 out of 10, you know what they do?
Forget to
Camera's
push the
already
button.
running. They push it 2 times. I'm like, push it once,
Oh.
then they push it twice, right? And then they come on and they bring the camera all happy, and we turn it on. Yeah, you just turned it off right before it ran.
Yeah.
But that's okay. People learn, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I know she's done a lot of GoPro work and stuff.
Yeah.
Different vehicles. Like she's saying there, she put one under the hood of her brother's tractor before.
See all
Yeah, so
kinds of stuff that you've
so-
never seen before.
Yeah, I have a GoPro. I don't use it much. I do like walking around the pits, Dwayne. You've seen me up at Snyder
With your
County.
gimbal.
Yeah, with the gimbal. Yeah, that gimbal's worth its weight in gold.
Mhm.
Yeah, so right now I picked up the magnets because I had a suction cup, right? And I put the suction cup on it, but the hoods are hot, right? And then the rubber just gets loose, and then I forget to pump it up. And then I try the one which got an electronic pump on it, right? And if it's not charged hard enough, for some reason, all the rubber just eventually lets go. It doesn't want to hold the suction,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
So, and then I'm trying to get like the kids to put it up, set it up for them and everything, and then just push this button, or the teenagers, we'll put it up. We know how to do it. And I'm like, well, make sure it faces you. He says, yeah, I want to see myself, right? Because they're laying down, they're twisting like big course, you know,
Right.
doing
right,
all this motion.
Yep.
And then the footage comes, all I see is air and dirt in the front. And see the muffler, right? Because he forgot
Yeah.
to turn it the other way.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Wow.
So it's, I mean, we have a lot of fun, you know?
That's good. As long as it's fun, it's okay. Yep.
Oh, the kids, you know, I have to tell you the story. Little Paisley. So first time when I met her, and I first time went up there, Martinsburg. That's where I met her. She was 6 years old. And the dad comes to me and his grandfather says, "You have a GoPro? You're going to film this?" I'm like, "Well, I'm going to try." "Well, we want to put a GoPro on her helmet." I'm like, "Really?" I'm like, "Well, I got a suction thing that you can glue on there." He says, "Yeah, do that." They agree to anything. If I would have said I'm going to screw that on the helmet, they would say, "Yeah, do it." Right? And I'm like, so, but now I'll go over there with the camera. And basically goes like, no. And the both father and grandfather, "We're going to put it on. You're going to like it. Right?" And I kind of feel bad now, right? Because she's like, she don't want to do it. So I go in the end. Now I'm filming. She's coming up. There's a GoPro. You can see the red lights blinking because I zoomed in. And they're putting it in gear and lining her up and hooking up the tractor. And I kind of had a feeling she's saying, "I'm scared, Daddy," because I'm reading the grandfather's lip and Daddy's lip. They're like, "You're going to be fine, baby. Don't be scared." And I'm like, "Really?" So at home, I'm editing, right? She comes down the track fine. And I'm editing at home the next day. Okay, I got time to cut the footage in.
Mhm.
And she goes, "Daddy, I'm scared," like 4 times. And I'm like, "These two dummies want me to cut this into this video." I said, "Child service is going to be at the next track next week, and this is over with," you know? So anyway, I cut all that stuff out. She sees the video and everything. Next weekend, I get to the track. The pickup truck hasn't even stopped. And she swung the door open, run up to me, "GoPro, please." And I'm going to look at this. She didn't want nothing to do with this last week, right?
Yeah.
And then the good part is I did about 5 different clubs then, and I got to Keystone, and I'm setting up. And there was about 5, 6 girls and little boys, and come up to the corner, say hi and all that. And she kind of walked by and went out in the middle of a track, checking the track out. And then all the rest of the kids went out in the middle there, and they're like congregating. And I just kept setting up. I don't think nothing of it. A month later, I went down Snow Hill. Another grandfather and a father come to me, was like, "You know that little girl with that purple tractor, Paisley, she's?" I'm like, "Yeah." "Well, she laid the law down at Keystone." I'm like, "Really? What'd she do?" She said, "That's my camera guy." She told the kids in the middle of the arena. I'm like, "Got a girl." Right? So I was like, yeah, from somebody who was scared to get on it. Anyway, she beat the poor boy class. She beat the grown-ups. She swept one night, and then she got the championship.
That's cool.
Good for her.
This year now she's old enough to get on a twin 5,000. So they're gonna start getting her up on a higher class.
That's cool.
And that was
pretty
fun
cool.
too. You set up and she just walks right by with her little hammer. "Your camera's ready? I'm coming up." I'm like, "I got you, girl."
Yeah, it's pretty
Yeah.
cool. You make so many friends when you go out to pulling, and everybody's just great. Sometimes, yeah.
Yep.
Sometimes
grandfather
it's
said-
out of the blue.
Yeah, the grandfather goes, "You have to film me because I worked on a tractor. I want to see what he's doing. Zoom in on this part." And I'm like, "You pulling same time as Paisley on track 1? And he goes, "Well, yeah." I'm like, "Well, you out of luck. I was told not to miss her." So
Anyway, thinking about like the first time I met you, Robert, where did I meet you at? Did I meet you at the Buck for the first time?
no, not with a buck yet.
It was
No,
at the truck show.
No, that wasn't a truck show. Yeah, it was a truck show. Yeah, actually, it was the truck show. Yeah, came down to truck show because I came down to film all that. And then everybody said, "Oh, they're going to have a pull over here." I said, like, "Well, let me see." And the guy goes, "Well, you can film that." And I'm like, "I better talk to somebody." And then Jerry was there, and I asked him, he was like, "Don't talk to me. Go talk to that guy."
I
All
got
right.
Yeah, he's the one in charge, not me.
Yeah, so then that's when I went to find you. And then second time around, it didn't work out. And then I went to Buck, and then you were there, and he goes like, "You ever going to come back?" That's when I told you. I said that it just didn't work out. And he goes, "Well, I just play music with it." And I'm like, "All right." But anyway,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all good, man. That's fun stuff. You got to have fun doing it, you know.
yep. So the way I'm doing right now, when I'm live streaming this machine, I'm already creating shorts. So every run, I pretty much kind of figured out what the timing is, right? 10 seconds,
Right.
15 seconds, 25 seconds for whatever class it is, right?
Right.
And I just set the replay for that duration, and as soon as it's over, just hit it. And then the system automatically replays it for the viewer, but it also cuts it and saves it for me.
I got you.
So
Yeah,
then when I get
cool.
home,
That's cool.
so I used to ask how many hooks we had. I don't ask it anymore. I just go look at the code. Oh, 280 hooks. That's how many clips I got.
Right.
Replay,
We're starting to do that now with StreamYard. Like these
Yeah.
shows here. I can go
Yep.
back after everything's rendered. I can go back and AI will pull out and make shorts for you. And then you can alter them, adjust them how you want them.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff. I started doing that with a couple shows about a month or so ago, but it takes time. You got time during the day to do it, but I'm going to do some more. I'll get caught up eventually. Shorts is on my channel real quick. I've went to at least a minimum of 6 short videos a day, starting at 9 a.m., 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, and between 3 and 5, I try to have the long form video out. So,
Yep.
and that's helped. It's been pretty good, pretty successful. It's getting more viewers to the channel, which was my goal. Otherwise, I wouldn't fool with shorts because people think you're making a killing doing this. You're wrong. But shorts don't pay much at all. But
you have to have a lot of them.
they bring viewers to your channel, and that's the
Yep.
important thing is to get exposure. So,
Yep.
You just got to change with the times. I'm still an old dog learning new tricks, but that's one thing you got to do. I said I didn't fool with shorts for the longest time when I seen it wasn't really worth the time money wise. But when you start seeing your views drop with your long form stuff, you start pushing shorts again. You see those views start climbing back up. So if you got a channel, don't be afraid of shorts. Don't expect to make any money on them. That's fine, but it does bring attention to your channel. So
Yep.
that's
all about exposure.
Absolutely. It's advantageous to do it. Real quick also, well, I got the floor before Robert takes over again. I'm just kidding. Spoke with Tara's in chat here tonight. She's busy doing some moving and stuff, and that's why there hasn't been a whole lot of online updates here recently. She is definitely working on the schedule. There's 2, possibly 3 new events coming. We don't know for sure yet, so we're not going to announce that, who they are, where they are, etc. So we did lose Delta and Burks. Of course, that was noted online anyway. Delta just is not doing any major pulling right now, and I don't know when or why, but I'm sure it's financial, some stuff up here. It's a shame it's 5 minutes from my house, but give them time. Hopefully we'll be back up for pulling someday. Probably after Louisville, she's really going to start getting serious. Well, she's serious, but locking down time to get this schedule ironed out. And we'll be getting some updates on that. And I'm looking forward to a couple, maybe 3 new events. So
Cool.
Good luck, Tara. Get moved and do what you got to do and get home from Louisville if you're going to Louisville. And it'll be time to get to work. So I'm looking forward to April. I'm ready to rock, man. I'm ready to go. Cameras, I haven't even looked at my poor cameras.
It's going to have to wipe dust off of them.
Oh, they're sealed up. They're put away. But I'm going to get them out and exercise the batteries a little bit and battery boxes and all that good stuff and be ready to go here soon. So,
yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you always gotta check, make sure everything is charged up and all that. Check the cables. And
there was a day years ago I didn't do that. I just charged everything up and went pulling, even after a wintertime setting. But I used to film a lot in the wintertime too, so they really didn't set that.
Jerry, you hear a lot of, and I hear this from a lot of different people, and it happened to me too. And I'm like, I just got a black frame, or I got a black screen, and I'm trying to figure out why, right? And on some of these, because we use the external big 7-inch screen or 5-inch screens they use on top, or any other thing, external stuff like that needs power, right? So the biggest thing that I learned is that everybody thinks, oh, you got a USB-C cable, that's good, right? Well, then you learn that I had to read all the manuals because I got really tired that this camera got a black screen, that camera got a black screen. So,
Yeah.
so I'm looking at, that's a $50 HDMI cable. There's nothing wrong with it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not going to throw it
You
out.
bet.
So I take, no, so look, I take it up, my buddy checked it, there's nothing wrong with his. And then I've started looking at the cables, the charging cables, because like the screen, it didn't come with the charger, but it comes with the cable.
Right.
Right. And I use a different cable on it. This cable is cable. But then when you start reading the fine print, that charger cable needs to have 25 amps. The other one needs to have 45 watts.
Yep.
And it's like getting into all of this. So I started replacing all my chargers, little chargers, YOLO boxes, they're all 45 watt chargers.
Right.
But all the other chargers, I'm going up to 100 on them, and 60 watt or up to 100 watt USB-C cables, because that way you grab it, you're not wrong, you know. And what I find out that the screen on top of the camera, just all of a sudden it just starts flickering, and finding out not enough power, you know.
Mhm.
And then it just starts flickers, and then you get a black screen. So it's a lot of learning curve.
Case in point, you remember you were filming behind me a few times at Lebanon, but the last time I had a tripod. It was absolutely, I was ready to beat it with a hammer. Remember, why is this thing sticking? It was sticking jump. I bought a bracket to take the screen off the top of the camera and move it down to the side, off the camera itself.
Yep.
Never stuck again.
Yeah.
It's all about balance. It's just one little. I mean, it's not super light, but it's not super heavy. 7-inch screen.
No. Yep.
But I moved it off to the side now, and a tripod works as good as a brand new one.
Yep.
But it's fairly new. They're both of them. Yeah. Just one stupid little thing like that. Drove me for you. You remember I was ready to take everything and throw it, beat it with a hammer and throw it down over the hill, you know. But that's all it was.
Yep.
Just that little bit, a few ounces of weight in the wrong spot on top of that tripod, on top of that camera, caused that stupid thing to just have a tight spot in it.
Yep.
As soon as I moved it, it never stuck again. It's amazing. And I actually did that at that antique pool in Stillman's Grove. It was the first time I moved that mount. You know, I put a mount on the tripod and then put the screen on that mount. It was perfect all day.
So it was putting too much pressure on the side of it, then it didn't operate smoothly.
Yeah.
It's felt like clicking, and then when you look at the footage, it jumps.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, drives you crazy. Very slight, but you and I can look at something and say, you know, that's not right. It just drives you crazy.
Yeah.
But taking it off that swivel pan head and putting the weight on that tripod made all the difference in the world.
So it's,
anyway,
in a nutshell, just have fun, enjoy what you're doing, you know.
That's it.
So,
and by all means, you're not in competition with anybody. I speak it all the time. Stop worrying about what the other person's doing and go do your own job. Don't worry about it.
well,
Nobody owns the point.
I'm to that point anymore. That's why I said that I'll be showing up in a lot of places, and I'm not even going to worry about it because
you don't have to.
Because 99% of the time, what I find out this last summer is whatever I showed up at, he goes, "Oh, well, we waiting on you." I'm like, "Okay, well, just call me," you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But
you're not in competition with any other videographer out there. I'm not. You know, and if they feel that way about me, tough. If I show up at your event and you're filming and you don't like me being there, you know what? It's your problem, because I'm not going to tell you you can't film.
Yeah, I'm looking more for.
Nobody owns the rights to any kind. Well, I can't say that. There are some out there now that do own the rights to the video, but
Yep.
I don't believe
Some
in that
do.
shit. Never have.
Yeah, some do. But look, everybody's got a different audience, okay? And the subscribers, followers, whatever you want to call, you know. Even if we have the same ones, you know, whoever your favorite is, they'll watch. And what I learned this too. They watch other people's too. If they filmed it, they watch it too. It's because you filming from a different angle than I am. It might not be that much, right? But it is a little different. And your camera work is different than mine, right?
Yeah,
I zoom a little further out, you know.
I try to make Mike Walker the same as me, but it just don't work.
That's hard to do.
You're
you really got your...
When JR moves to the left, Mike Walker moves to the left.
Yeah. That's I don't know what your issue with that is.
I ain't gonna pick on him too hard.
I'm not. I mean,
Mike does good.
I love him.
Yep. So there's when you watch the video, you have no idea who took the video.
So
sort of. I can spot a few. I can spot a few individual differences, but that's okay.
Yeah.
That's me. I'm an ass. I'm real picky about what I do, and I get mad at myself more than anybody can get mad at me when I screw up. So.
Yeah. So, you know, if I set up a camera at the Beast on the start line over there, I won't have to run back and forth adjust it anymore. You know.
Right.
I control it.
See Robert walking down the side real fast,
constantly back and forth. What's wrong with this? You see reaching up. What's wrong with this cable? How come I got no sound here? I don't know what's going on down there. I got to go back down there, Jerry.
Right now, I got one camera, and I don't know if you watched the last videos, last few live streams. Oh, it follows you. I can put it right on them. It'll follow you all day long, wherever you go.
Yeah, you had that at that micro mini pool.
Yep, and I can just take it and touch the screen and send them home, and then go right back to the position one, and then start from there. You just put a green square on your hood, and you start out, and I just forget it, and I'll just follow you, and it zooms in and everything.
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, my gimbal does that.
Yeah,
with the program, but I found out that when you're standing right on the side of the track, these tractors move too fast for the gimbal to keep up with it. The tractor outruns the frame.
Oh yeah.
Yep. So my this little camera, everybody said that's not going to follow the tractor. I'm like, up to 15 miles an hour. After that, sorry. After that, it's just following you because you're already, going fast. But I said, by the time you run out of thing, I'm going to switch on you anyway.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
Because I told him, I said, you guys are not going 15 miles an hour in the first 100 foot.
Yeah.
But I did follow on Tennessee. You follow them tractors 14 miles an hour on the whole track.
Right.
And I love that.
Yeah, antique pulling, speed limit pulling. Those cameras are priceless.
Yep.
As a backup camera, another camera on the track is.
Yep.
That's no problem keeping up with one of them.
Yep. So, so again, you probably seen that too. When I'm doing live stuff, I have the ability to type your name up or a tractor name, and put it up on the screen. But when you guys pulling 2 minutes apart, then it's hard to.
Yeah.
Can you pre-program that? Can you pre-program? Like if you get all set up at a pool, you got an hour and a half to kill or something.
Yeah, but you can pre-program it. I could pre-program the classes and be there, but with names, I find that it's easier. If they pull slower, it's just easier to type the name in because then you'll have too many overlays and then you fiddle around trying to find it, right? Okay. And then they become too small icons, and then you can't really read who's there, who's not,
Okay.
And then you inadvertently, like I called Olin, I called him something else, and he goes, I don't care. I'm like, well, why didn't you guys join? They switched. So that's the other problem, typing names in where you're sitting at. So they give you the list with numbers, right? I said, I'm going to type the names in. But then they put the numbers on the tractors on the left side of it, right? And I'm on the right side of it. And I'm like, well, I can't see the number.
Right.
I can zoom in. And everybody said, just zoom in and you read the number and I can get the name, right?
Right.
Well, now the number is on the other side. So I'm like, I can't type the name in. And then I typed a couple of them in. And what they did is they switched. They put
Then
another
you
driver
throw
on.
'em. Yep.
Well, that's when you set a
And I'm
camera
like,
up over there that you can switch to real quick and see it.
yeah, well, so somebody else got on the tractor. I'm like, no, that's not Judy. He doesn't look like Judy at all.
He doesn't
That's a
look
guy.
like Judy at all.
Yeah, so that's a guy.
Right. Well, that's going to happen.
In my paper said it's supposed to be a girl,
In
and I'm
fact,
like, I
now
don't think I want to put this out there.
I know there's some places well, depending on your organization, some places switching of a driver is a no-no because
Yeah.
the driver is supposed to be weighed with the vehicle going across the scales. And if you
Yep.
switch drivers, wait a minute, ding, 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 ding. No, that doesn't
Yeah.
work.
Yep.
So
Yep.
sometimes now a driver could have been hurt. I guess by all rights, that vehicle should go get reweighed with the new driver. But
Yeah. Yep.
You know.
So all in all, I'm looking forward to a good year. See how much more we can learn.
Yep.
And what else? Take it to the highest level without becoming a chore.
Yeah, it's interesting. I'm going to start looking into it a little bit sometime. We'll see where life carries me between now and then. So
I do have a question for Mr. Beast.
Uh-oh.
Mr. Beast, no, you
So-
can't have exclusive video rights up there.
No, I don't want the rights. I was just, doing what I'm doing. I'm really, and I talked to a lot of people. I like enjoying and promoting the sport and all that. And the question came up a couple of times. Why are the smaller diesels not pulling at the bigger pulls? Is there any reason why?
You're saying like the smaller classes.
Yes. So like let's say fuel mini rods or having the smaller diesels, like the trailer smaller,
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Compact
Like
diesel tractors.
yes.
Yeah.
Well,
Because they're kind of when you go to these events, like the little 3-cylinders, so there is not that many of them, but they're always kind of out of the class.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not saying that they don't fit in, but they're on the top line now. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because now
Well,
they're pushing the
you got
200
cost of another
horsepower.
sled. You got the
Yeah.
cost of another sled for one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So most times it's logistics and cost, especially for a promoter. We'd love to have stuff like that come in, but with our show, the way we run it, having two big sleds and running the bigger classes is more economical. There's other shows that do run mini rods and things like that, but oftentimes that's kind of in the area where they would have a sled or I don't know. We don't have that many pools that run mini rods in our area. I mean, Keystone Indoor is about the only one that would run them. I mean, Interstate.
Southern
Yeah.
Maryland, Interstate runs them. Yeah.
It's cool. There's a lot of guys that have been after me, like, you got to have mini rods up there. But at this point, we'll see.
I mean, I guess so. Well, I'm just bringing up one of the reasons I'm bringing up is like Zellwood. They're going to have a garden tractors, that mini rides and all that, right? But I guess they own the track and own everything around that, where they got smaller clubs.
They
that
already
is
have
there
the sled
present.
for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so our thing is we're already renting double of everything to do it. If we would have mini rods in our show, then we'd have to have 3 sleds there.
Yeah.
And the cost skyrockets. Or I shouldn't say the cost skyrockets, but it increases. And as a promoter, you always got to watch your budget. That's how we run our show.
Now you know what Mother Nature's going to do to you too to hurt your crowd. So
Yeah.
seen that happen way too many times over the years. Good venue. You're going to have a great crowd.
Yeah.
It rains 10 miles away. Ruined.
Done.
Yep.
People don't show up.
Well,
That's why I got
raining there.
That's why I got 4 different things on Saturdays on my calendar. I can pick where to go.
Yeah.
just dodge the weather.
Yeah, that's it, pretty much. That's all.
No, to answer your question there, Robert, we don't have anything against the little diesels or the mini rods. It's just a It's just a decision that normally runs down to financial thing. It costs money to set up for it.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Yep.
So for a lot of the smaller clubs is again it's the same thing because they're pretty much up out of the class and they need bigger sled for that. So, so
yeah. Okay, well, real quick, just recap where you're going to be this weekend, Robert.
So I'm going to be at. You really put me on the spot now.
Well, how about a town name?
Huh? I'll be in Inverness, Florida.
Inverness,
All right.
Florida.
It's going to be the battle in the swamp, and everybody's going to be pulling to be the king of the swamp. I'm gonna,
Dwayne's got it right in front of him. I was waiting for him to start correcting.
I didn't want to cut him short. I did my research. I wanted to know what this was all about.
I should known this out of the top of my head, right?
Yeah.
I got put on it. Look, we'll scrape the bottom of the barrel today. So
whenever we talk about Beast of the East events, I always have a cheat sheet in front of me so I don't mess my stuff up. I have too much stuff going on, and it's you want your facts to be correct when you're advertising, especially if it's your own show.
Anyway, so today they're pretty much at the track. They ripped the track up. They learned something from last year. They ripped it up about 10 inches deep, just like you guys do. And they brought in 3 loads of clay for each side of the track. They're turning it in, so they're working the track. So
nice.
The track should be a lot better than it was last year. So
getting rid of some of that sand and mixing some clay in.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah. So pretty much last year I had the issues. It was pretty hard. So some of the tractors couldn't get hooked, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
So they ripped it up deep and they put in more dirt in it, clay.
That's good. Cool.
So the battle in the swamp.
Battle in the swamp.
Friday at 2 p.m. live and Saturday at 1 p.m. live.
Robert Drawbridge.
Yep.
YouTube at Robert Drawbridge.
Deal.
And then this summer coming to town near you. We don't know where yet.
Yeah, share the link around on Facebook. You sent it to me already. Now,
yes, the link is already on my page, and we're gonna share it again before we go live Friday.
Yeah, I'll share it around for you. Yep. Absolutely. Okay. Well, we're at an hour and a half. That's 30 minutes longer than I wanted to go tonight. But that's okay, Robert. It's always good to see you and talk to you, and felt good to be back for a change instead of.
I appreciate you guys having me.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So you go down.
Thanks a lot, Robert.
Man. Yep, and I'm looking forward to seeing you at Beast of the East, and
yes, sir.
Jerry, we'll see you at the Atlantic Pool somewhere.
Yeah, probably Leonardtown.
Yeah, I got it on my calendar. I got something. Somebody's negotiating for the same date, but we haven't come to an agreement yet. So
I get it. Again. Okay, well, that's where I believe that's our first talk for Atlantic. So
yeah, I'm planning to be at Georgetown, not Georgetown. What was the other one? You guys get too many pulls that day. Anyway, I'll be down.
Greensboro, maybe.
Greensboro.
Yeah, that's in Maryland. Yeah.
Yeah, Greensboro. I'm planning to be May 2nd. I'm planning to be there.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I'm gonna be down. I'm planning to be down at Snow Hill for gardening tractors, right. And I might not be there exactly on time, but I will showed up with a skimpy outfit, just a tripod and a camera.
Skimpy outfit. That's quite.
That's a skimpy for me.
That's a quick setup and takedown, man.
Yeah, that's a skimpy outfit for me. I grab it out, have it set up, in a truck, just grab it and run with it. That's it.
I've been doing that for 34 years. Skimpy. I'm Skimpy. I've been Skimpy for 34 years.
Comes in like a television station van with the camera mounted on top of the truck, and he just sits in his desk and starts running.
Last question. I do have a golden question for you.
Yes.
Did you buy portable handrails yet?
Portable handrails, they are being made.
They
Now,
are being
you
made.
brought this up. So the fire marshal's after me now at 2 places.
Oh yeah, I bet.
Yes. Yes. Because I went to, end of the season, I went to McConnellsburg, I think it was.
Yeah.
And then now I got to go back there for rest of the season, for the whole weekend. But the way it was, it's a ditch where you have to set up. I mean, it's a literal ditch.
I've been there. I know. Yep.
Yeah, so it's like 14-inch difference in height from one leg to the other,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then when I set up, and now everybody sat on the wall, I was just like sitting on the ground, right? So I made extensions for the legs, 14-inch ones, right?
Right.
So that when I'm filming, these guys' heads are not in it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The guy goes like, "Oh, this is good footage." I'm like, "Yeah, nobody wants to see your head all night, you know, and you're not smiling, right?" So anyway,
Yeah.
I raised it up higher. So now on that one side, when I'm high, and I'm over 48 inches.
Right.
So now, hey, that's OSHA regulation. You got to have a rail there.
Yeah.
So the rail's being made.
Okay.
Good
So-
deal. We don't want you to fall and hurt yourself.
Yes. That's.
No, that was a
never
stupid.
mind. We're not going to bring that up.
That was a
That was
stupid step.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
one. Yeah, that's right. You were coming down, and that damn thing gave out. And
Yeah, step decided he's done. I'm like,
he
okay,
hurt. I thought you were really bad.
that's okay. Look,
You surprised
my
me.
butt hurt. Listen, my head hurt, my butt hurt, and I was $20 short when I got up. So I don't know who, you or Mikey got the money. I don't know who got it.
Mikey wasn't there, and I don't have it. So
I see. That's what I'm saying. I hit my head. I can remember who was there.
yeah, right. You was bleeding. I really thought you was.
Yeah, it busted the head a little bit,
That was a pretty hard hit.
but you learn something from it. You know, every day we do something, we learn something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. The next time you're always a little bit more careful if you get out of it without getting too banged up.
I got a 3-inch Welco on that sucker now. The whole
Yeah,
platform's got to go
yeah.
before it goes off now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got to tape to the leg.
All right, we're going to get out of here. We appreciate everybody hanging in there with us tonight. We do have a show scheduled for next week, so look for us next week, and hopefully that carries through. If not, we'll
Thank
just do a real time, Dwayne. We'll just play some videos, and
That's
we're gonna
fun.
try to get this back every week here going,
Yep.
especially getting towards pulling season. Now it's going to be a lot of updates coming. Tara's going to be on it here soon, especially after Louisville. Look out, because there's going to be a lot of updates coming probably, and we're going to be rocking and rolling. Things are going good. The season looks bright for Atlantic Pro Pulling, and we can't wait to get out there and start filming. So, and
It's going to be
seeing all of
fun.
our family again. So,
Looking
absolutely.
forward to it.
Yeah,
Yep.
looking very forward to it. So, stay tuned, and like I say, we should be back here next week with either a video show or the Snyder County CS pulling promotions merger that occurred over the winter. So they're scheduled to be here tonight, but Chase was sick, so we're gonna hopefully have them next Wednesday night, so at 8 p.m. So, all right, Robert, we appreciate it, buddy, and
Thank you, guys. Thank you for having me.
get some
Yep.
rest there and safe travels, man.
Yep.
Take your
Yes,
time.
sir.
Okay, Dwayne,
Eddie.
See you
Yes.
guys.
I'll be in touch. Everybody else, thanks for being here again, and we should see you next Wednesday.
See you guys.
See ya.